to the quarterfinals of the Champions League after beating Bayer Leverkusen 2-0 at the Emirates Stadium in what was a fantastic performance and a win. Goals from Eze and Declan Rice. The aggregate score was 3-1 after winning 1-1 away at the Bayer Leverkusen Stadium. This is the Arsenal fans and let's like what happened in that game. But first, let's listen to the Champions League anthem. Fantastic music from the Champions League. So let's first look at the highlights from yesterday's game. Arsenal as we beat Leverkusen 2-0 in what was a fantastic round of 16 clash and a wonderful performance. So this was the highlights. You can see the game was created plenty of chances and it took magic from Eze, and what a fantastic strike from Eze and a very cold celebration on that. Look at how cold this nigga is. What a fantastic goal by Eze. Slapped it into the top corner as usual. Then the AI player Declan Rice with a wonderful goal to seal off what was a wonderful and comfortable win. Declan Rice was named man of the match after what was a fantastic goal. And this is an overall general performance, and we all knew that this was going to be the game which we are going to win to take us to the quarterfinals. And I can say that every player performed to the level that we expect. And since we were at home and since we dominated the game, it was a fantastic result for us, ensuring that we don't slip up. Because if you look at the other teams, Chelsea, Manchester City, they were knocked out. So as far as England is concerned, Arsenal are the only team that went through yesterday, and this was a huge result and win. We keep up the momentum, we keep up the confidence going up, and so far so good as we prepare to face Manchester City in the FA Cup final. So first and foremost, let's look at the player of the match, who was Declan Rice. What a fantastic performance, and this guy always produces on big nights in the Champions League. He was everywhere again, tackling, passing, distributing the ball. Shout out to Declan Rice, man of the match after man of the match, and I hope he continues this way because he's our big game player and we need him for the rest of the season. So let's take a look at the lineup that started that game yesterday. So as you can see, final result was 2-0. The aggregate score was 3-1. So in goal, we started with Raya. Ben White started his first Champions League game of the season. Saliba and Gabriel, the two partners in crime as always, and Hincapié. Hincapié is now joining the gang. Atayana was the part of the partners in crime. In the middle, Zubimendi and Rice as usual, and Eze. So inakaa Arteta ameshapata midfield yake, ita move for the rest of the season. So this is the midfield. Arteta siku hizi ana prefer Rice, Zubimendi na Eze. Iko na hiyo balance na iko na pia creativity as well. For the wings, Trossard was back, which was a big boost because for me, Martinelli, I don't see him as a starter for Arsenal. Madueke on the left, I don't really like playing Madueke on the left. So Trossard being back was a huge boost. Then the captain, Bukayo Saka on the right wing, the untouchable, the undroppable Saka always has to start. And then Gyökeres was the one who was charged with the task of going up front. And that was a very balanced lineup. And if you look at this, apart from Timber, this is our strongest lineup, and maybe Odegaard. as well. So if you look at the side of Bayer Leverkusen, it started with Blaswich at the keeper, Jarel Kwanzaa, Andrich and Tapsoba in the back three, Poku, Palacios, Garcia, and Grimaldo. And for me, Grimaldo had a very poor game according to his standards. He is one of the most dangerous players for Bayern Leverkusen. So for me, he had a really poor game according to his standards. In the number 10 was Teria and Meza, and then up front they started with Kofane. So also a very good team from Bayern Leverkusen. But as you can see, this game we actually dominated in terms of the stats. Uh, I want us to look at the stats. For the XG, we were on top of the XG. Funny thing, Leverkusen had most of the ball and the possession, but if you were watching the game, Leverkusen, they had the ball, but they were not really creating clear-cut chances that we were really threatening us. But they were keeping the ball well. They are a very good side, organized, and they know how to play with the ball, especially their midfielder, Alex Garcia. He is very good on the ball. Meanwhile, Barcelona versus Newcastle is underway, and already Newcastle are 1 goal nil down. So for English clubs, it's looking a bit messy, but Arsenal, we are going to represent you guys in the next shots. 21, 12, it was good. Passing accuracy was not that good, but we managed to ensure that we control the game in the right manner. Even if you look at the odds, the bookies were favoring Arsenal to win this game with a comfortable margin. So if you look at the substitutions in the second half, we brought in Nogard, Mosquera for Ben White, Martinelli for Trossard, Havertz for Eze, and Lewis Kelly for Gyökeres. So also players Arteta had the chance to rotate some players, give players minutes so that he can keep his squad fresh. And one thing I like about this, the fact that we are in 4 competitions, it gives players a chance to get minutes. You know, if you are playing only one competition with the kind of squad that we have, players won't be able to get minutes, and this is fantastic for us. So let's clear first some doubt, and you can see Eze produced a banger, and this guy is starting to now turn up. Na ikiendelea hivi Odegaard kurudi kwa hii team itakuwa ni blunder, but we want to have that competition in the number 10. Eze, Odegaard, Dauman, Ethan Nwaneri akirudi next season. So kulikuwa na slight issue na Eze alitoka, but as confirmed, Eze has not suffered any injury and expected to be fit for the Carabao Cup versus Manchester City, which is a huge boost because we need Eze to be part of the game against Manchester City. So he scored a wonderful goal, and he's starting to get the confidence and the belief that he usually has. This is a guy who is when he's on form, he is usually one of the best players in England. So let's look at the table and our opponent. So in the side of our draw, Sporting actually overturned a 3-goal deficit. They were 3-0 in the first leg. They managed to score 5 goals versus Bodo Glimt and knock out Bodo Glimt after what was a fairy tale run for Bodo Glimt. So Bodo Glimt have been knocked out of the Champions League, and now we are going to be facing Sporting CP. Now this is Victor Gyökeres' former team, and he knows 1 or 2 things about them. So it is going to be a very interesting game. But we are going to analyze this after the international break. So far you can see New Barcelona taking the lead over Newcastle. And I can say things are looking good. Chelsea were knocked out 8-2. Madrid knocked out Manchester City. It's looking likely that we will face Bayern Munich in the quarter final. So some interesting matchups that are coming. But for us, we are getting the more favorable ties as well. So for our man of the match, Declan Rice, fantastic goal as well. He ran the midfield together with Zubimendi, controlling possession, tempo, and we created a lot of chances. And also, I want to speak about Bukayo Saka. Fans are complaining Saka is not the same Saka, but if you look at Saka, he is now trying to get his confidence back. Saka is a confidence player, And we know when Saka is on his game, he's one of the best wingers in the world. So that is a fantastic win, and all the fans around the world were excited by this performance. Now we are through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. We are 9 points clear at the top of the table, and we are in the Carabao Cup final. So this week has been a week that all Arsenal fans were hoping that it could go this way. And let's look at our next few fixtures, and we see what is going to happen over the coming weeks. Being in four competition is actually something that is very, very good for us. Players are getting minutes. We have one of the best squad depths in Europe. If you look at every position, you have two players, Calafiori and Hincapié, Saka and Madueke, Martinelli and Trossard, Gyökeres and Gabriel Jesus and Havertz, Eze and Odegaard. This squad is loaded and packed with talent as well. So we are going to be facing Manchester City in the EFL Cup final. I'm going to be doing a match reaction for that and a live watch along as well for that. Then we go for the international break. Then we are going to face Southampton before we play our first Champions League quarter final against Sporting Lisbon. So next month is going to be a crucial month for Arsenal, and I believe that if we get our things right, and as well we can keep on pushing for the quadruple. According to me, I don't think we will win the quadruple because no team has never won it. But the way things are going, I think we can be able to win the Premier League and maybe the Carabao Cup. But let us see. This is football and anything can happen. So this is the Arsenal Pulse. Subscribe if you are new to this. We want to create a Ghana's community of fans that like and enjoy football. So I'll leave you with the Champions League anthem for one last time. Quarter final. Come on, you So I hope that this is the season when we are going to finally deliver trophies, and we want to win trophies this season because it has been so long that we managed to win trophies. 5 years and counting. This is the year we finally deliver. And I'm praying that all the Ghanas we support this team, we get behind these lads because they have done everything possible to ensure that we are at the top of our game. Big up to the players, big up to Mikel Arteta for what he has built and the good job he has done, and also big up to all the fans around the world. Let us keep pushing this team and don't listen to the haters. Subscribe, share, and follow, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.